Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Istanbul's little-known Polish village, Polonezköy.
This is Turkey, this is Istanbul, and this is Little Poland.
What the fuck is going on? Second time.
Coexist, and countless
Oh.
languages are spoken. It feels
Yeah, we're stuck.
The same time, yeah, guys. This is our second time filming this video because it got stuck, and I thought the internet was down. But that's so interesting. That one spot in the video is just glitchy. Wow. Okay. Well,
leave this
anyway.
part of Istanbul with plus 15 million inhabitants and go northeast to this forested area. At the very center, we'll see the settlement of Adampol, also known as Polonezköy in Turkish. The name Polonezköy literally translates to village of the Poles in Turkish. This little-known cultural gem has been the heart of the community of the Polish Turks for 3 centuries. The story starts in 1842 when a village named Adampol was founded by the Polish statesman Adam Jerzy Czartoryski in the suburbs of Istanbul. Adam Czartoryski was a
He named the city after himself.
Yes.
Adam for his name and Pole because he's a Pole.
among the
Wow.
leaders of the failed November uprising of 1830, in which Poland rebelled to overthrow the Russian imperial rule over the country. However, it failed. In the following years, many Poles were either exiled from Poland or executed by the Russian Empire. Adam Jerzy Czartoryski was among the exiled ones. He aspired to create an immigration center for the displaced Poles where his fellow country people could live in peace. In 1842, he purchased a piece of land from the French missionaries in Istanbul, the land where Polonezköy stands today. Back then, this settlement was called Adamköy in Turkish, meaning Adam's village, and Adampol in Polish, meaning Adam's field. Later in 1923,
So I guess Pole is for field, not for Poland.
with the foundation of the Republic of Turkey, the village got its current name Polonezköy. Over the years, many Poles started to settle in Polonezköy, especially following the 1848 revolutions
was he
in
like a king?
1853 Crimean War.
Well, it's just a city, village. So he couldn't be. It's not a country. Probably like a mayor at that point, you know.
The population of the village witnessed a boost. Polonezköy became
What's going on with this video?
However, the Poles spent years on
Wow.
forestation and turned these
Never seen that in a video before. We just
Maybe in the comments someone can relate.
some spot gets stuck.
lands into fertile farms, beautiful gardens, and lush forests. In 1842, there had been a little more than 12 inhabitants in this village. However, by the end of the 1800s, the population of Polonezköy was around 220. The Poles of Polonezköy turned this village into a little Poland. They built a Roman Catholic church, a Polish Catholic cemetery, and houses that bear the characteristics of Polish architecture. In 1918, when Poland became independent, some of the Poles left Istanbul and returned back to Poland, but most of them stayed back and became Turkish citizens in 1938. In the last few decades,
I mean, but what's there to return if they've already been there their whole lives? You return to Poland for what? You never even live there, like you don't have a house. I get the like a culture is there, but it's
Yeah.
not the place. You don't know that place. It's like you never.
Such an odd kind of feeling.
Yeah, like I understand if you like came from Poland, came here to like temporary what you call it, like asylum, temporary asylum, and then come back. But seems like people live there, and then they randomly decide to just move to Poland.
Maybe the, family. Family is still in
Long lost family, maybe.
there has been a considerable number of Turkish people settling in Polonezköy coming from various parts of Anatolia for work. The Poles here are predominantly Catholic and the Turks are mostly Muslims. However, these groups live together in peace. In 2024, there are about 100 fourth and fifth generation Poles living in Polonezköy, around 40 of whom speak Polish to a native level, so most of them are bilingual with Turkish and Polish. In the last few decades, Polonezköy became quite a popular getaway spot among the Istanbulites. Many locals come here to spend time in nature, take a
That's not a lot of Poles. They said only like what 100 Poles. I thought no Polish village would be like at least maybe a couple hundred, 1,000
I thought
Poles.
also they're able to speak.
Well, they are unable to speak because they're not like actual Polish. They're Turks, like born in Turkey. They just kind of raised, you know.
break from the city and explore around. Hotels, restaurants, and cafes are plenty here, which has a great contribution to the local economy. Today, when you're entering Polonezköy, you will see a signboard welcoming visitors in 3 languages, Turkish, English, and Polish. In addition, you can see some plaques and memorials about the settlement with texts in both Turkish and Polish. For example, this plaque was erected in 1992 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the foundation of Polonezköy. The text you see here translates to: Here in Polonezköy, formerly known as Adampol, the Poles lived and they still do. The citizens devote this plaque to the former and current inhabitants of this village in the 150th anniversary of its foundation. The Poles of Polonezköy are an inseparable part of Turkish society and a beautiful addition to Turkey's cultural mosaic. Ever since 1842, Polonezköy has been kind of famous around the world. It has had many famous visitors throughout the years. According to the records of the village, famous Hungarian pianist Franz Liszt visited Polonezköy in 1847, French writer Gustave Flaubert in 1850, founder of the Republic of Turkey Mustafa Kemal Atatürk in 1937, and former Polish president Lech Walesa in 1994. Also, Angelo Giuseppe Roncalli visited Polonezköy and gave confirmation to the Turkish-Polish children in 1941 during his service as the
Oh,
apostolic delegate to Turkey and Greece.
wow.
17
Big
years
deal.
later, in 1958, Roncalli would become Pope John XXIII. Today, Polonezköy is one of the most unique cultural gems of not only Istanbul but all of Turkey. As a Turk, it makes me feel happy to see
Cherries
the
look good.
existence of different languages, cultures, and religions in my country. I hope Polonezköy keeps prospering as the hub of the Polish culture in Turkey.
That was cool, but I thought it would be more people than like 100 people living there. I thought it
Yeah.
would be like a little big.
I'm surprised it
community,
still
you
exists.
know? Not for long. If it's only
So
like 100
small.
people, it's eventually gonna be, the Poles are gonna kind of.
Can I see the comments?
Love for Turkey from Poland. During the late Ottoman era, Sultan accepts foreign ambassadors. During these events, an empty chair left for Polish. Ottomans see Poles as an ally against Russia and didn't recognize Polish partition.
Oh.
There's even Polish village in Haiti named Sazale. What?
Yes, it's true.
Really?
Yes.
There's Poles are descendants of Polish legionnaires who fought for Napoleon, but later switched sides and followed like Asians. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.